Today we are talking about divisibility by 3, 6, and 9. Does anybody know what divisibility means when I have that up there? What's that mean? Yes.
It's dividable.
You can divide a number by something, right? So I can divide a number by 3, 6, and 9. So there's certain rules that you can follow to learn how to divide numbers by 3, 6, and 9 to figure out if they can be divided by those numbers. Okay, well look at these, 10, 5, and 2. We already know some rules about 10, 5, and 2. We talked about them a long time ago. How do we know a number can be divided by 10? What's special about it? Yes. It's even. What does it end with more specifically? It ends with a 0, okay? If a number ends with a 0, it can always be divided by 10. What about 5? How does a number end? With a 5 or a... Let's think about our multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What pattern do you see at the end of every number? It's either a 5 or a 0. So if a number ends with a 5 or a 0, then it can be divided by 5. That means that number is divisible by 5. What about 2? What do we know about all numbers that are divisible by 2? They're always what? Even numbers. Any even number. So it ends in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0. It can be divided by 2. Okay? Okay, so we just kind of reviewed the top part in pink. Our new divisibility rules are going to be about 3, 6, and 9. So if you can divide a number by 3, then here's what's really cool. The sum of the digits in that number can be divided by 3. So, for example, if I have 27, okay, what's the sum of 27? Like 2 and 7. What would 2 and 7 make? 9. Can 9 be divided by 3? Yes. So 27 can be divided by 3. Okay, what if I did this number? 279. What's the sum of all 3 digits? 2, 7, and 9. Yes. 18. Can 18 be divided by 3? Yes. So 279 can be divided by 3. This will help you when you're dividing with your long division to help you figure out numbers that you can divide it by quicker. Okay. 6. If the number can be divided by 2 and 3, okay, so looking at this, 279, could that be divided by 2 evenly? No. Can it be divided by 3? Yes, but because it's not both, it cannot be divided by 6. Cool. I love this stuff. I think it's really cool. I feel like I'm learning like all these shortcuts, you know, when I do these things. So hopefully that's how you feel, because I think divisibility rules are awesome. So if it's divisible by 6, it has to be divisible by both 2 and 3. So for example, a small number like this, we know obviously what makes 18. But look at the digits. 1 and 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. Okay. 9 can be divided by 3, so I know 18 can be divided by 3. But I also know 18 is even, and it can also be divided by 2. So that would also be divided by 6. Okay. What if I did a bigger number? Let's try, I've got to think about this. Yeah, maybe? Yeah, that works. Okay, so here the total of all of these digits, 1 plus 8 plus 6 is how much? 15. Can you divide that by 3? So I know that 186 is divisible by 3. Is it an even number? Yes. So it can also be divided by 2, which means not only can it be divided by 2 and 3, but it can also be divided by 6, which is the one that we're talking about right now. Do you not think this is cool? Fine. Okay, last one, number 9. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. So this is a lot like 3. You add up the digits and you get a sum. If that number can be divided by 9, then the whole thing can be divided by 9. So, for example, a small number, 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 can be divided by 9. Are y'all following me? Okay, so then 18 can be divided by 9. Okay, what if I did this? Okay, 1 plus 8 plus 9 is how much? 18. Can 18 be divided by 9? Yes. So 189 can also be divided evenly by 9. Divisibility rules. I think they're awesome. Maybe y'all will too one day. Okay, let's look at 438. It breaks it down 4 plus 3 plus 8. Okay, so if you're still a little confused and you're trying to figure out what I'm doing when I say find the sum, you're breaking apart that number. You're taking the hundredths place, the tens place, and the ones place, and you're adding them all together. So that makes 15. Because 15 can be divided by 3 evenly, that means 438, even though it might not look like it, can be divided by 3 evenly. Okay. If I divided that out and you wanted to know what it equaled, somebody walk me through what I do. Long division. Three, okay, so 3 goes into 4. I'm looking at the first part. 3 goes into 4 how many times? Once. 3 times that 1 is 3. So now I subtract and bring down. So 1 turns into 13. How many times can 3 go into 13? 4 times. What is 3 times 4? 12. So now I subtract and I bring down. And 3 goes into 18. 6 times exactly. Okay. We good so far? We okay? Okay. Okay, 534. It's an even number. I know instantly it can be divided by what? Instantly. 2. Because it's even, it can be divided by 2 no matter what. No question about it. It ends with the even number. It's divisible by 2. Okay? If I want to test my theory and see if it's divisible by anything else, I can add up each of these digits. 5 plus 3 plus 4 is 12. Can 12 be divided by 3? Yes. So that means 534 is divisible by 2. It's divisible by 3. And because it's divisible by both of those, it's also divisible by 6. Very good. Thank you. Okay, and here's another one. 1,647. You break up all 4 of those digits. You add them up and you get 18. Can 18 be divided by 9? Yes, which means that it is divisible by 9. If I wanted to ask another question, is this number divisible by 3 also? How would you figure that out? What has to happen to this total right here when you add up each one of these digits? That number has to be able to, and is it? Yes, so that means that this number is also divisible by 3. Okay? Okay, which of these numbers is divisible by 3, 6, and 9? I want you to work this out on your whiteboard, see if you can figure it out. 3, 6, and 9. Which one of these 4 numbers is divisible by 3, 6, and 9? All 3 of those. Okay, got one answer up. You can put it down, Luke. You're good. Thank you. Remember your rule. If it's divisible by 6, it has to also be divisible by 2 and 3. A lot of you are showing me something, but it can't be divisible by 6 if it's not. Thank you. Some of you are starting to change it now. If it's not an even number, it won't work. If you're trying to figure out if it's divisible by 6, it has to be an even number, so that automatically rules out the one most of you are showing me, which is B. Not B. Okay, I'm seeing some good things up. Now make sure you add up each digit. Let's look at A real quick. A, 4 plus 5 plus 6, what's that equal? 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 15. Okay, can 15 be divided by 3? Yes. Okay, can it be divided by, can the whole number, 456, can that be divided by 2?
No.
Yes, so I know it's divisible by 6 as well. But for the number 9, can 15, when I add up 4 plus 5 plus 6, can 15 be evenly divided by 9?
No.
No. So this will not work. B, a lot of you showed me that at first, but because it's not an even number, it won't work because it's automatically out for 6. It can't be divided by 6. So that leaves me with C or D. They're both even, so 6 could work. If I look at each digit, 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 6 is 18. Can 18 be divided by 3?
Yes.
Can it be divided by 9?
Yes.
Okay, and it's also even. So this is the correct answer, and that's what most of you were showing me once you realized that B was incorrect. Okay, what about D? I have 11 with 6 plus 5 plus another 4, which makes 15 again. So D would be out because you can't divide that by 9. So it would not be divisible by 9.
And 6.
Y'all don't think this is fun yet?
No.
Oh, my. We're going to try one more time. Okay. Decide whether the number is divisible by 3, 6, 9, or none. Okay. So I want you to mark JKL, MNO on your board. And you're going to tell me if it's divisible by 3, 6, 9, or none for each one of them. Okay, what did we think about J?
It only, it can only do
3 and 9. Okay, if I add up each one of these digits, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, plus 0 is 9. Okay, 9 can be divided by 3 and 9. Is 0 considered an even number here? So it can be divided by 2 also. So I know that because it can be divided by 3 and 2, it's also divisible by 6. Okay, what about K? Okay, I see some people with 3 for K, and I also see some people with none. Let's double check it. 3 plus 7 is 10. 4 is 14, and 1 is 15. What can you divide 15 by? 3. So it would just be 3. Why would it not be 9?
Because 9 can't get divided by 15.
Very good. 9 can't be evenly, you can't divide 9 into 15 evenly, right? And then it can't be 6 because why? It's not even. Good. Okay, what about L?
I have 3. 3.
So 3 for sure. If you add them all up, that's 4, and 4 is 8, plus 7 is 15. So all 4 of these digits make 15, which can be evenly divided by 3. Is it even?
Yes.
Which means it can be divided by 2. And if it can be divided by 2 and 3, it's also divisible by 6. 6 is kind of like that secret number. It just kind of like hiding in there. Like you have to do a little extra to figure out if it's divisible by 6 by looking to see is it even. Okay, M. I have 7 plus 6, which is what? 13. So that would be none on this one. Ew, that doesn't look right. None. That still doesn't look right. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 6 is 13. 13 can't be evenly divided by 3 or 9. Not number. Letter N.
Wait, what about 6?
Well, it has to be divisible by 2 and 3. So if it's not divisible by 3, then it would be none.
On N, I can be 3 and 6.
Yes, okay, so on N, if you add up all of these numbers, I have 18. So 3 for sure, 9 for sure, and because it's an even number, 6 also. Good. And then the last one?
6 can divide into 18. 18.
But it's not, but on N, okay, that's a good, I'm glad you said that. 6 can go into 18, but for the whole number to be divisible by 6, the number has to be divisible by 2 and 3. It doesn't matter if it's divisible, if anything's divisible by 6. Okay, letter O, 765. I have 13 plus 5, which is 18. So I have 3 and
6.
9.
No 6.
Why not 6?
Because it's not even.
Because it's not even. That number, 765, cannot be divided by 2 evenly. Guys, this is going to take you some time. Like, it's going to require you to stop and think and slow down. Some of you rush through your work. And it's a habit. You go through it so quickly, and it is going to be very easily missed and looked over if you don't slow down on this assignment. When you get to a question about divisibility, really look at that number carefully. If it's asking you if it's divisible by 6, if it's odd, it's not. Okay, automatically. If it's an odd number, it is not divisible by 6. So just mark it down. Nope, not 6. Okay, slow down, take your time. Okay? Your work is going to start on page 288. Only 2 through 4 are going to require an equation before you solve the problem. Okay?